the last 25 years, life has moved a lot faster. Definitely a lot faster. The birth of the mobile, about 25 years ago in 1981, came into being with the NMT 450. 1981 was when it took off, shall we say, into the public domain. This is a selection of the 1980s, from the beginning of the 1980s towards the end of the 1980s. This one in particular, I believe, was 1984, which could be carried in the car with it being fitted in the car and could be taken out with you, the whole lock, stock and barrel, with a handset, with the aerial, probably commonly known as a brick and a half, because it weighed about the same as a brick and a half. Now moving towards the end of the 80s, we now have a self-contained phone. The handset is heavier, but it's more manageable. The obvious danger on this was the sharp little aerial on the top that tended to poke people in the eyes while you were gaily engrossed in conversation. When the mobile phone started in 1981, 25 years ago, I hadn't realised then that was a new era coming. Gone are the days when every subscriber had their own record card. A record of the telephone, the connections. Here we have a cabinet with 5,000 or 6,000 cards in. One card for every customer, but in 1985 all this was put on a computer, on a database, and these things now have become historical items. And of course, it's never been the same since. The last 25 years has changed the way we communicate. Youngsters are mainly involved, I think, in texting, with the thumb, probably, rather than the fingers. It's unfortunately a degraded spelling. Youngsters today seem to communicate more in grunts. It's the same to say this, but Phones used to ring. The majority of phones did. It was a bell. Nowadays it's pop music, animal noises, any noise you care to record yourself if you so wish. Some are too loud, miles too loud. When I left school at 15 and started with the post office telephones, nobody told me then I was fitting antiques. There's no way, shall we say, to relax in a world that's going as fast as it is. The telephone has been my life, and I've enjoyed every day. I've had no regrets. If I could go back, I don't think I'd change anything.